Scientists now know what loneliness looks like inside the human brain. According to new research, lonely people develop neural patterns in their brains that are distinct from the patterns of sociable people. The brain patterns linked to loneliness are detected in the front part of the brain called the medial prefrontal cortex. According to the paper in the Journal of Neuroscience, the Dartmouth College research team used fMRI to map out the brain of 50 volunteers, including college students and community members from 18 to 47 years of age. The scientists asked the subjects to think about other people, including celebrities. The brain scans then revealed that lonely people's brains create different mental images of themselves and other people. When less lonely people are asked to cogitate about themselves and other people, the scans show that sociable brains think about the self and the other in basically similar ways. What does this mean? Citing the lead author, a news release from Dartmouth explains that the results show the feeling of social disconnection can be seen in the brain itself. Moreover, the researchers speculate in the study that people who feel chronically alone could end up making a, quote, lonelier neural self-image than normal people. Our heads are a wild place, and we mean us in general. For example, scientists found that the visual world that we see is actually not created in the visual cortex.
According to a new study published in Current Biology, the visual world that humans perceive is produced by parts of the brain lying outside the visual cortex. Researchers at Dartmouth College say that the findings have significant implications for the debate about what human consciousness is and where it occurs in the brain. The study used MRI technology to scan test subjects who observed a screen displaying a visual illusion created by the so-called Gabber patch. As the patch moves in one direction, the flickering shape tricks the brain into seeing that it is moving in a perceived path that is different from its actual path. Test subjects looking at the black focal point perceive the patch as drifting at a slanted angle. In fact, the drift is an illusion created by the flickering inside the Gabber patch that researchers randomized. According to the study, the brain scans then allowed researchers to identify the visual cortex as the area of the brain that senses the patch's actual physical path. Further, the scans show that seeing the illusion directly corresponds to activity in the frontal lobes. This suggests that the frontal lobes also process visual information. Lead author Sirui Liu said in a news release that the results show the visual world we see is not produced by the brain's visual system. According to Liu, what we see emerges later in the processing hierarchy, in the frontal areas of the brain that are not usually associated with visual processing. According to co-author Patrick Cavanaugh, the study establishes that the frontal lobes are not only responsible for decision-making and thinking, but also provides the end step for perceiving where objects are.
Also, scientists last year created a direct thought-to-speech gadget. Check this out.
New research from the University of California, San Francisco found that brain recordings can be converted into speech. Disclaimer: no, this new technology cannot read your mind. It reads recordings of your brain waves, not the thoughts inside your brain. According to a paper published in the journal Nature, neuroscientists from UC San Francisco have developed a technology that can convert brain recordings into synthetic speech using a computer simulation model with lips, jaw, tongue, and larynx. The team recorded brain signals of subjects that already had electrode arrays implanted in their brains for previous medical procedures. Subjects would read sentences out loud while the researchers captured the signals through the electrodes. They then analyzed the audio and observed which muscles were activated at different points during speech. Using this information, they developed a simulation that would transform brain activity into muscle movements in a virtual vocal tract and in turn turn the movements into a synthetic voice. So far, the research has been performed with people with intact natural speech. However, if the technology continues to develop, scientists believe it could help patients that have lost their ability to speak find their voice again.
For more news animations and explainers, hit the subscribe and bell button to join the TomoNews family. Thanks for watching.